All right, so it's time for another What's in My Wallet update for the summer of 2024. And this one here is going to be good because I'm making a few pretty big changes by adding 2 new credit cards and then removing one older card from my wallet, which might be a controversial move that we'll get to in just a bit. But we're going to keep this video pretty casual and just a bit more unscripted here. So let's just go ahead and get right into it by starting off with one of my newest credit cards that I have here in my wallet. And that is going to be the Citi Strata Premier. So as you guys know, this is basically just a small rebrand of the previous Citi Premier card that's been around for a while. But the first main reason that I decided to get the Citi Strata Premier was, of course, for the sign-up bonus, which at the time that I got it was for a limited time offer of 75,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. Now, that offer may or may not still be available by the time you watch this video, but regardless, I was just looking for a good sign-up bonus to put some spending towards last month. And that's because my fiance Jackie and I are actually making a few of our final payments right now over to wedding vendors for our upcoming wedding that's happening in just a few days after filming this. Actually, by the time this video gets uploaded, we are going to be officially married. So for the first time here in this channel, I'm going to be saying my wife Jackie, so that feels really fun to say, and I decided to go ahead and put this ring on. But I'll go ahead and include some pictures of the wedding here as well if I have them. But yeah, we easily hit the sign-up bonus over on the Citi Strata Premier, and now we've got 75,000 Citi points to redeem on future travel. Now, even though we already hit that minimum spend requirement to get that bonus, I am still going to be keeping the Strata Premier in my wallet for the time being, just because, honestly, it's got some of the best everyday spending multipliers out of any credit card out there on the market at the moment, and that's because it's earning 3x back on air travel, hotels, restaurants, grocery stores, gas stations, and EV charging stations. For me personally, in my wallet setup though, I've already got travel and restaurants covered pretty well with some other credit cards that we'll get to later on, and then I don't have an electric vehicle. So the 3x multipliers that I'm going to be most interested in here with the Strata Premier are going to be for grocery stores and then gas stations. Now, previously, I've been using the Citi Custom Cash in almost every wallet setup for the past 2 years now as my dedicated gas card by only using it to pay for gas, which locks that in as earning 5x back on that as my top spending category. But because I just work from home and my only real commute every day is an easy 15-minute drive to and from my gym, I'm really only filling up my car with gas about once per month or maybe twice per month now in the summertime when I'm driving down to the Jersey Shore. So what I'm actually going to be doing right now in my wallet setup is I'm going to be using the Citi Strata Premier as my gas credit card and as the card that gives me access to Citi transfer partners. That way I can go ahead and redeem those points for travel. And then for the second credit card that I have right now in my wallet for the summer of 2024, I'm going to be using the Citi Custom Cash card for grocery spending to lock in grocery stores as my 5x category on that. Now, I'm only going to be able to earn 5x back on the first $500 of spending for each monthly billing cycle on the Custom Cash, and I eat a lot of food, so I know that Jackie and I always end up spending a little bit more than $500 per month on our groceries. But alongside the Custom Cash card, we're also going to be mostly using Jackie's Chase Freedom Unlimited for grocery spending as well. Normally, the Freedom Unlimited is just a catch-all card for miscellaneous spending, but Jackie was able to sign up for this card late last year with a limited time offer that was able to include earning 5x on groceries for up to $12,000 of spending in her first year with it. So basically right now we can choose to earn 5x back on groceries with either her Chase Freedom Unlimited or my Citi Custom Cash card. And for us, we do value having Chase points just slightly more than Citi points right now. And that's because Chase has Hyatt as a transfer partner, which we personally really like to use. So if we're together and we can use Jackie's Freedom Unlimited card on groceries, then we're going to do that. But if I'm shopping for groceries alone, then we'll just go ahead and use my Custom Cash card, and that's still a great option as well. Now, because we're using those 2 cards right now, that means that my standard grocery card is going to be leaving my wallet, at least temporarily. So as of right now, I am going to be removing the Amex Gold card from my everyday setup, which again, may or may not be controversial depending on your thoughts about that card. The Amex Gold, of course, earns 4x on groceries and then 4x on restaurants as well. But the one thing that myself and actually several other YouTubers in the whole credit card space have kind of just realized recently is that the credits that come with the Amex Gold card aren't just quite as easily able to fit into our normal spending habits as easily anymore. Personally, I almost always use the full $120 of annual Uber credits on the Gold card, but then the $120 of dining credits just isn't really doing anything for me lately because I just haven't been buying food with any of the brands covered by the credit. So because there's a $250 annual fee on the Gold card at the time that I'm filming this video, and I'm only getting around $120 back from the Uber credits, to me, I'm just going to go ahead and remove the Amex Gold card for just a little bit here, just to kind of see how it feels and see how it is to use something different. Also, there's been rumors and even screenshots of a supposed $325 annual fee increase that might be coming soon, so who knows what's going to happen with this card and if I'm even going to want to renew it again later on this year, because it is a great card for certain people. But again, I'm just going to go ahead and try out some other options at the moment where I'm actually earning 5x back on groceries with my Citi Custom Cash card versus the 4x back on the Amex Gold. Now, moving on to the next credit card here in my wallet, which by the way is the Ondar Apollo wallet that I've been using for the past couple of years, and I'll go ahead and leave a link to down below if you want to check it out. But for this next credit card that I have here, we've got none other than the Chase Sapphire Reserve. The Sapphire Reserve is going to be another new new addition to my wallet because I got the card just back in the middle of April with an offer of 60,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months with it. But luckily 2 weeks after I got this card, Chase announced a limited time offer of 75,000 points for the same exact minimum spend. So I just went ahead and called up Chase, and they were able to actually match that higher 75K offer, which was great. But unfortunately, I believe that higher offer is now no longer available. Now the Sapphire Reserve is going to be my go-to travel credit card right now because it's got a $300 travel credit that I'm using, so that can easily lower the effective annual fee on this card from $550 down to $250 per year. And then after that credit is used, I'm still going to be able to earn 3x back on all travel spending, which is actually pretty wide-ranging for Chase cards because that category is going to include things like flights, hotels, car rentals, trains, ferries, tolls, parking, and even more. So because Jackie and I are going to be in Hawaii for our honeymoon, and then we're also traveling out to Colorado as well as Lake Tahoe later on the summertime, we're going to be renting cars and doing all this other random travel stuff. So I think the Sapphire Reserve is honestly going to get used a lot. It's the perfect kind of catch-all card for all that travel spending. Also, this credit card here has primary car rental coverage, which we'll definitely be taking advantage of when we're renting cars in all these different places. Plus, the Sapphire Reserve is going to be getting us into the Chase Sapphire Lounge at JFK before a direct 10-hour flight over to Honolulu if we manage to get to the airport on time. So we hope to go ahead and grab some food and drinks there and then just check out that lounge a little bit before a long travel day. Again, I'm filming this video here in my studio before the wedding and before the honeymoon, so hopefully everything just goes really smoothly with all that travel. And then by the time this video actually goes live, Jackie and I are just sitting somewhere and hanging out in Hawaii and responding to some comments down below. Now, to go along with the Sapphire Reserve, we both also have another no annual fee Chase card in our wallets, and that is going to be the Chase Freedom Flex, which is another credit card here that's just always a part of my setup in some way every single quarter. So the Freedom Flex is going to be my top dining credit card at the moment because in the second quarter of 2024 through the end of June, restaurants are going to be a rotating 5x category, and then on top of that rotating category, the Freedom Flex already earns 3x back on dining as just a standard multiplier. So the way these multipliers stack together is that we're able to earn 1 base point per dollar on everything, plus a bonus 2 points per dollar for the standard dining multiplier, plus on top of that, we're also going to be earning a bonus 4 points per dollar for the rotating restaurant category. So altogether, that equals 7x back on dining through the end of June. Obviously, that's going to be perfect for us because we're in Hawaii until the end of June, so we're probably just going to be eating out at restaurants for almost every single night. But then after June, I'm still going to be keeping the Freedom Flex in my wallet for whatever the next rotating 5x category might be. Again, I'm filming this video just a little bit early, so Chase has not even announced the next 5x category as I'm just sitting here at the moment. But for the past 2 years, gas stations has been a category in Q3, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's the case again in 2024, but I'll have my editor throw up some sort of a screenshot here if Chase did announce it at some point before this video goes live. So yeah, if I'm earning 5x back on gas with the Freedom Flex in a certain quarter, then obviously that's going to beat and replace the 3x back on the Strata Premier. But that's what I love about the Freedom Flex and even other rotating 5x cards out there, is that they're always really valuable options throughout the year for several different categories. Now for the next card in my wallet, I've got my catch-all card, which is going to be the Chase Freedom Unlimited. So yes, I am still rocking the good old Chase trifecta right now. But like I said in my 2024 credit card strategy video, I really am just trying to earn more Chase points at the moment to just sort of rebuild my balance because I redeemed a lot of those points last year. I know that 1.5x back on everything with the Freedom Unlimited is not quite as good as the 2x back that I could be getting with a few other cards out there. But again, Chase points are going to be really important to me and Jackie with how we like to redeem for travel. So I'm absolutely fine with using this as a catch-all card right now. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but there is another offer out there on the Freedom Unlimited that's only going to be available with affiliate links like the one that I'll have down below in the video description. But with this offer, you can earn an additional 1.5% back on top of all the multipliers on this card for up to $20,000 of spending in the first year. So that would be 6.5% back on travel that you purchase through Chase, 4.5% back on dining in drugstores, and then 3% back on all other purchases. And again, that's for your first year for up to $20,000 of spending, which can be worth up to $300. And again, the marketing does say cashback rewards, but you're actually going to be earning Chase Ultimate Rewards here. So that bonus is actually going to be worth up to potentially 30,000 points. So again, just sort of an alternate offer there that I wanted to mention here in this video. But just make sure you go ahead and run the numbers for yourself because you also might just want to go with the standard $200 offer that's available on Chase's website. So don't ever feel like you have to use my affiliate links down below if you find something that works better for you or you find a better deal somewhere else. But to anyone who does choose to use my links, I do greatly appreciate it because that directly helps us support the free content here on this channel. So the wife and I both have the Freedom Flex, and then we both have the Chase Freedom Unlimited as well. And then another thing that I really love about Chase in the whole two-player strategy is that because we're both in the same household, we're able to link our Chase credit card accounts and then move those points around between our accounts. So all the Chase points that we're earning across our many different cards, again, we're then just moving them over to my Sapphire Reserve in order to get access to the transfer partners with that card, which includes Hyatt, which has been super valuable for us. Now, in addition to Chase points, we also love Bilt points because they also work with Hyatt as a transfer partner. So for the next card here that I gotta mention in this video, we have the Bilt MasterCard, even though right now it's not actually in my physical wallet because I was sort of running out of space and this is just a thin minimalist wallet. So the Bilt MasterCard is what we've been using for the past 2 years now to pay rent, where we're able to earn 1x Bilt point per dollar without any transaction fees that other cards normally have. And then you do have to use this card 5 times per statement period in order to keep the points you earn. So I've also got some recurring subscriptions just set up with the Bilt MasterCard. That way I'm able to automatically hit that transaction requirement every single month. In total, with the rent that we pay and then any other spending that goes on this card for some of that other stuff, we're earning around 40,000 Bilt points per calendar year, which is easily going to be worth at least $800 or more with some of the Hyatt redemptions that I talked about. So yeah, for anyone out there who rents at the moment, this is just going to be a great card to have. Plus, I did hear that mortgages may be coming soon to Bilt, so we're just going to have to wait and see about that as well, but that could be very good in the future whenever I need to buy a house at some point. Next, I've also got my Chase World of Hyatt card here in my wallet at the moment, just because we are going to be staying at a few different Hyatt properties while we're in Hawaii for honeymoon, so I'll talk more about that in some upcoming videos. But this Hyatt card here is going to be perfect for its elevated multipliers on any kind of spending that we might do at their hotels. So actually, if we're eating at any of the restaurants that are on property, then we're probably going to be using this Hyatt credit card over the Chase Freedom Flex. And that's because even though the Freedom Flex is going to be earning 7x until the end of June on dining, the World of Hyatt card is going to be earning 9x Hyatt points per dollar on these properties. Then for my business expenses, I'm not really working on any sign-up bonuses right now at the moment, so I'm just going to be using this Chase Ink Unlimited card here as a basic catch-all card for anything that might happen over the next few months. The Ink Unlimited is a decent card for its $750 sign-up bonus, which is actually earned as 75,000 Chase points. But then after that, again, I'm just trying to earn more Chase points at the moment, so I'm going to be able to get 1.5x points per dollar on everything business related here. Also, let me know if you guys want to see me make some sort of a video in the future just diving into my business expenses and how I like to run things, because I always do want to try to be as transparent as possible here, and I really do enjoy making these types of videos, but they also don't always get as many views, which I totally understand. So just let me know if you guys want to see any more content about my media business and how I run this YouTube channel in general. Next, I've also got my Schwab debit card here in my wallet that I'm always carrying with me, which is just linked to my Schwab investor checking account where I keep maybe a few $100s. But this card here, of course, gives me unlimited ATM fee rebates for cash withdrawals worldwide, which is just an awesome feature that I really, really love, and definitely an account that I think anyone who travels a lot should have. Now, of course, the main goal with this whole wallet setup that I've got going on right now at the moment is really just to optimize my everyday spending in order to get max value back. And then with all the points that me and Jackie have earned over the past few years, we've been able to turn that into over $40,000 worth of travel and counting. So if you haven't already, then make sure to go ahead and check out this video on the screen over here next, where I just walk through our entire strategy of how we're using credit cards and how we've earned and redeemed so many points for all that value. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.